Today, Catholics around the world celebrate Easter Sunday, the day of Jesus Christ's resurrection, which is the foundation of the Christian faith. This afternoon, Pope Francis delivered his Urbi et Orbi message to the large congregation gathered in St. Peter's Square, wishing everyone a very happy Easter. Last night, the pontiff led the Easter Vigil service in St. Peter's Basilica. In his sermon, he said that the heavy burden of injustice and cruelty could be seen on the faces of women, mothers, grandmothers, children and young people. He said that those faces belong to those who walk the streets of cities and could feel the pain of terrible poverty, exploitation and human trafficking. During his Easter greeting in Zagreb Cathedral, Zagreb Archbishop Cardinal Josip Bozanic said that the strength of the Easter ritual was the transition from the slavery of evil to the freedom of good, and that this was reflected in every age and in our daily lives. A very significant referendum is taking place today in Turkey, which could fundamentally change the country's political system. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is seeking to abolish the office of Prime Minister and the existing parliamentary system of government, replacing it with an executive presidency and a presidential system. The president would also be given more control over senior judicial appointments. The referendum is being held under a state of emergency that was declared following a failed military coup attempt in July 2016. During the Easter weekend, around 3,000 migrants have been rescued from the Mediterranean Sea, around 20 kilometres off the Libyan coast. Humanitarian organisations have said they will continue to be active in this area as the weather conditions are favourable and more migrants are expected to try and make their way by boat to Europe. This year, 800 people have died trying to cross the Mediterranean, while 32,000 have succeeded in reaching Europe. Easter was celebrated in a rather unusual way in Croatia's Zagorje region this morning. Outside the church of St. Mirko in the village of Kostel near the town of Pregrada, 100 kubarashi loaded and fired their pistols to celebrate Jesus Christ's resurrection. This ceremony, which dates back to 1523, is listed as part of Croatia's intangible cultural heritage. Sport, and in the 28th round of the Croatian Football League, Rijeka defeated Split 2-0 at home yesterday, maintaining their 4-point lead over Dinamo Zagreb at the top of the table. Split have only taken 1 point in their last 5 games. Inter and Slaven Belupo drew 1-1 in Zaprešić. Inter's Jakov Puljic scored the goal of the match and his 10th of the season. Meanwhile, Osijek defeated Istra 2-0 at home. Rijeka are the league leaders with 72 points, Dinamo have 68, while Osijek are third with 53 points. This afternoon's forecast calls for changeable weather with rain showers and thunderstorms in places, mainly in Dalmatia. During the night there'll be a drop in temperatures on mountain peaks and there could be a little snow. Winds inland will generally be weak. On the coast there'll be a northeasterly Bura wind which will strengthen and spread to the whole of the coast. Highest daily temperatures will be between 14 and 19 degrees Celsius. On Monday there will still be a little rain in places, mainly in the early morning. On Tuesday and Wednesday there will again be rain and rain showers. There'll be a significant drop in temperatures in the country's mountainous areas and there will be sleet and snow at the highest elevations. On the coast it'll be partly sunny on Monday with the chance of a little more rain in the early morning. On Tuesday and Wednesday it'll be changeable and unstable with rain and rain showers which could be heavier in places. On Monday a northeasterly Bura wind will weaken and turn to a northwesterly. On Tuesday there'll be a southeasterly Yugo wind which will later turn to a northeasterly Bura. On Wednesday that Bura wind will be strong to very strong with gale force gusts in places.